Hello there, welcome to the Money Sense talk show. My name is alexiheanacho, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at the common reasons why people can't save, the common reasons why you can't save, and exactly what you can do about this problem. Now, there are a whole lot of people who can save. There are a whole lot of people who are broke, not because of the fact that they are not earning enough already, but because of the fact that they just can't get themselves to manage what they are earning. Now, I am having serious conversations around savings because not because savings is what will make you rich, but because savings is what will get you started on the journey of building wealth. No matter how you try to run away from it, it's a very strong metrics in wealth building. And apart from that, it helps you to be financially organized. There are a whole lot of conversations I've had around savings, and I think some of the videos will be dropping on this channel very soon, and some of the conversations are already on the channel, so you can check them out to see the conversations I've had about savings. Now, so today let's quickly dive into some of these reasons. Now, the number one reason why people don't save, or why you're struggling with savings, is because you don't prioritize it. You don't see it as a priority. You don't see it as a necessity. You're one of those people who say things like, oh, savers are losers. You're one of those things who say, oh, I don't earn enough yet, so when I earn enough, or when I begin to earn more, then I'll begin to save. Or one of those people who say, oh, I will start saving by tomorrow. Or one of those people who say, oh, you know what, I'm still too young, so there's no need for me to be all that conversational about money. Or you say something like, oh, I am too old already, so there is no need for me to start talking about money. So if that is your case, or if that is your mindset, the thing you've been going through mentally, then it simply means that is one of the strongest reasons why you don't save or can't get yourself to save, because you have to make this a priority. Okay, for me, it's a priority. In fact, I'll be discussing what I call income conversion technique, where you develop a certain pattern that ensures that you save no matter how much you earn. Now, I'll be having that conversation later in this channel, so please stick around and subscribe if you haven't, so that you can be able to enjoy more of my insights, more of my money sense conversations. So if you don't prioritize savings, there is no way you are going to save. For me, for you as a person, when you get money, the first thing that comes to your mind is, what will I buy? What can I acquire? What can I spend on? Who will I pay? Okay, but you have to intentionally reprogram yourself, reprogram your mind, for you to now be in that position where whenever money comes into your life, the first thing you think of is, how much should I save from this money? Because you understand that it is from the money you save that you can be able to take advantage of opportunities. You understand that there are a whole lot of things that you can do with savings, not just investment. People who don't understand the conversation around savings will always tell you, oh, invest, don't save. But the point is that it is not all your savings that you use for investment. There are categories of savings. Okay, there are categories of savings, and there are different reasons why you need to save. Okay, so you need to prioritize this thing. Know that you have to intentionally reprogram your mind, so that as soon as you get any money coming into your life, the first thing you think of is, how much of this money am I supposed to put aside? That's what happens to me, and that's how I've trained myself over the years, that as soon as I get any alert, the first thing that comes to my mind is, how much of this money am I supposed to save? Not how much should I save, but the question is, how much am I supposed to save based on my value, based on my savings rules? Okay, that's the first thing. Now, the next thing is not earning enough. Okay, not earning enough money will also make you not to save. How? Because yes, if you are earning 10,000 naira, you can save 10% of that, which is 1,000 naira. Okay, now if you're earning 20,000 naira, it simply means that you have put yourself in a capacity where you can save more. So you can now save 2,000. If you're earning 50,000 naira, it simply means you've put yourself in a capacity where you can automatically save 10% of that, which is 5,000 naira. So the more you earn, the more you put yourself in a position where you can save more money. Okay, the more you earn, the more you put yourself in a position where you can save more money. Now, that is why from when you're earning little amount of money, okay, you should begin to save. so that from the savings you accumulate over time, you can start a new income pipeline. So for example, you can, if you save 1,000 naira every month for 5 months, that's 5,000 naira. There is someone out there that needs 5,000 naira loan and is also willing to pay you back 10% interest every month on that money. What that means is that while you're still saving your 1,000 naira, okay, from the 10,000 naira that you're earning, you have started earning an additional 500 naira from someone else. Now, if you put this on a large scale, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So assuming that you're earning 100,000 naira per month and you put aside 10,000 naira every month, in 5 months or in 6 months, in half of the year, you will have 60,000 naira that you have been able to save. All right, you're earning how much now? You're earning 100,000, you're saving, so you have 60,000 that you've been able to save, right? You have someone out there that needs a loan of 60,000 and will be willing to pay with 10% interest on monthly basis back to you. So what do? While you're still saving your 10,000 naira every month from your 100,000 naira salary, you have started giving someone a loan of 60,000 naira from your 6-month savings, and you have started earning additional 6,000 naira from that money. So you can see, so your savings has automatically moved from just being 10,000 naira to being 16,000 naira, because now you earn 10% from the 6 months accumulated savings that you're now giving out as a loan, and you're still saving your 10% of your 100,000, which is 10,000 naira on a monthly basis. So at the period of 1-2 years, you would have found out that you now have more income pipeline. So you have money coming from your loan business now, and you have money still coming in from your regular job, and that's where you still begin to look for opportunities. See, one thing that savings help you to do is to become aware of opportunities. Really, if you're saving money, you know that it is not wise having your money sleep in the bank for such a long time. So after like 3 months, which is what I suggest, after saving for a period of 3 months, you begin to intentionally look out for opportunities. So when you're saving your money in the bank already, or when you start your savings journey using any of the medium available to save your money, the thing you should begin to learn next is, how do I invest? So when you have started and you have mastered the habit of saving, the next thing is you begin to study how to invest, so that after a period of 3 months, you can know how you can intentionally direct your money to investment opportunities that could be helpful to you. Now, the next reason why people don't save is debt. Okay, a lot of people are in debt, and when you're in debt, you don't really have money to save. You're always looking at, how do I pay my debt? How do I pay my debt? No, there are strategies that you can use to pay your debt, have conversations with your debtors, and also be able to save. Now, I'll have that conversation in subsequent videos, so watch out for that video. But the thing is, if you're indebted to people, you won't be able to have a lot of resources at your disposal to save. So you need to figure out how to reduce the number of bad debts that you have. Of course, you know we have good debts and bad debts. If you're taking a debt that you're paying with your own money, that means you have a bad debt. If you're taking a debt that you're using to buy things to consume, that means you have bad debt. But if you're taking a debt from people to use to build an asset or to invest and all of that, and the returns from that can be able to pay the interest on the debt, then you have what is called good debt. So a lot of people have bad debts, and bad debts will sink you. Bad debts will make it life uneasy for you. Bad debts will make you not to be able to save. So if you have debt, begin to work with a financial coach to help you reduce your debt, and also to be able to help you structure how you pay back your debt, and also be able to save something, so that while you're paying back your debt, you don't just make money to pay debt, so that you can also make money, pay your debt, and also start preparing yourself for a more solid financial future. And also another problem, or another reason why people don't save, is because of excessive spending. Okay, excessive spending, you have a lot of bills to pay. You're staying in a place that you can't afford. You're hanging out with friends that you can't afford. You're buying things in places that you can't afford just yet. You're trying to run ahead of your income. Because of that, you have a lot of expenses on your shoulder. If you have a lot of expenses on your shoulder, it becomes extremely difficult and a whole lot of strain for you to save anything, because as soon as the money is coming, there are expenses all over the place to eat up everything. So you need to be mindful of the kind of expenses you accumulate. You need to work hand in hand with your income. You know, I don't tell people to live below their means. I tell people to live within their means. Okay, living below your means is not a wise idea, but living within your means is a very wise idea. So you can't be earning 100,000 and you want to have a lifestyle of someone that earns 1,000,000. That is living above your means. Okay, and also when you're earning 100,000, you're living like someone that earns 5,000. That is living below your means. But living within your means is you earn 100K and you make your expenses to be within the boundaries, reasonable boundaries of that, while you grow your income. So learn how to live within your means. Then the last reason I'll be sharing with you in this video is what is called black tax. Now, you know, as Africans, we have a lot of people who believe that they have a stake in our income, who believe that for as long as we start making money, we owe them something. Maybe because they paid our school fees, or because they bought us book when we were growing up. They don't believe that that was their responsibility. They saw it as their investment. That's why a lot of Africans believe that their children, or that a child is an investment. So they spend all their life earnings in training that child, and then the child grows up to find himself in a place where he has a lot of mouths to feed. That is called black tax. So if you have this kind of problem, there are strategies that you can use to mitigate the problem. But know this, you don't owe anyone anything, right? You don't owe anyone anything. Don't try to owe anyone anything. And instead of giving people fish, teach people how to fish. It is, if you have a lot of people who are depending on you, who have to feed from your hand or from your pocket, learn how to teach those people how to fish. Learn how to empower those people and show them how to make money, instead of always being there to give them money. Now, sometimes you feel like being there to hand people, you know, money is a good thing, is a way of doing charity, is a way of fulfilling an obligation, but it is not wise, because it will strain you, it will drain you, and your income will be in for it. So the best thing you have to do for yourself is to learn how to empower people, and also how to say no. Saying no is not a crime. All right, saying no is not a crime. So learn how to say no to people. Now, that is the size of today's episode. I hope you'll be able to get value from this episode, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Follow me on social media, and join my community on Facebook, MoneySense Africa Community, because I have tons and tons of value to share with you. Until I come your way some other time, please keep having yourself some money sense.